Hi, my name's Aaron, and I'm here to talk to you about a tragedy in our soundscapes and how awareness and then action can help bring about a better world, otherwise known as noise pollution. So I grew up in an area where it was basically untouched wilderness, and over the years I had this real connection with nature instead of like a background noise of cities and cars and planes flying overhead. I had this connection. I knew, understood nature and all the connections and sounds that animals use to communicate with. And due to financial strain and also population growth, I found myself over time living in denser and denser residential neighborhoods. So I started researching noise pollution over the past 2 years, and I've worked into this interdisciplinary framework, and we'll cover that. But before I get into that, we first have to understand our soundscapes. So you can go out and record a section of the forest or the city or even this room, and you'll end up with a recording. And in that recording, you'll see on the vertical axis all the different frequencies, and then over the bottom is recording over time, so you have duration, and you have all these different animals communicate on different frequencies. And sounds, our human noises, are on different frequencies too. But what scientists find is the more diverse the soundscape is, the healthier the ecosystem. But our human noises are overlapping all these, and it's affecting wildlife, and we're finding a loss in our diverse ecosystems. So each one of these animals you see on the screen is just a small fraction of studies of animals that we know are affected by noise. So a study I like to talk about is done in Idaho, where researchers put speakers through the forest every 30 meters, and they created a phantom roadway of just noise, road noise. And what they found was a 28% reduction in bird numbers, with some species completely leaving the area from just road noise. Also, in our oceans, there's a lot of environmental groups right now fighting to protect the soundscapes due to marine life, due to shipping noise and drilling. And so if all this noise is affecting animals, what about us? There's more research popping up all the time where they're finding a negative relationship with human health. It's contributing to higher rates of heart disease, of diabetes, obesity. Even if you flew on here on a plane, you might have had different salt content in your food because noise changes our taste buds. So all this research and all these struggles with noise, what kinds of noises are affecting us? There's noise that's said to be subjective, where some people like it and some people might not like that same noise, but there's definitely an objective component to it. And one of the noises that started me on this journey was this one. So this is happening 24 hours a day now. You might be familiar with it. Where I live, it's crazy. Over the last couple of years, I've only gotten maybe, I can only find about 5 nights of sleep where I can go through the whole night without being woken up by somebody locking their car. So when sound is affecting our health and our sleep, this becomes a social justice and economic problem because it contributes to lower worker productivity. And also there's a new technology right now called NextGen, where it's focusing airplane flights corridors into narrow pathways right over people's homes. Now the airlines are benefiting it and they're profiting from it, but it's forcing people to move. So when I've looked at all these different noise encounters of people struggling with noise pollution around the world, I found very common was they were forced to move, even when they were fighting against it. And also on the economic side, the closer you live to an airport noise, the less your home is worth, which contributes to less taxes that go into your school systems and all that stuff. So I'm trying to, basically, I hope I did a good job to explain how noise pollution is sustainability. Because I worry about the direction that our culture is headed in when we have these technologies where we have a shared soundscape, and it's like any other shared resource, air, water, and when I'm trying to bring awareness to this so that we can understand how it's shared and have a better direction of our culture in the future. So I've been trying to bring awareness to this. I did a TEDx talk, which is why I'm wearing this shirt, just last week at University of Nevada, Reno, And one thing I point out is when I talk to people about noise, they don't really recognize that it's a problem. But when I start to point out, it's like the horn honking thing, they come to me and they say, "You have ruined my life because now everywhere I go, I'm hearing people lock their cars." I'm not trying to ruin people's lives, but I'm trying to bring awareness to this so that we can take action to improve our lives. So I have this Twitter page that I formed. There's 2 bills in Congress right now, which they need a lot of help to be passed because not enough people are speaking out about it. There's a lot of people affected, but they don't take the action to speak out about it. These 2 bills, if passed, would restore funding to the EPA, which was lost in 1981, that would help open up their department to help control sounds that might affect our health and wildlife. And so, thank you, and that's my talk.